Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm not taking my mask off. Okay, yeah, I'm at the door at work and I wanted to shoot a video. Well, I don't know why I was looking at the microphone there, sorry about that. I wanted to shoot a quick video regarding this Professor Barker discovery of him being an anti-Semitic son of a bitch, and a Nazi apologist and defender and so on and so forth. If you haven't heard, the father of the Tekumel system and setting, who created it in the 70s, and it's been a much loved and cherished setting throughout, to the point that the original material that was published so many years ago fetches an incredible amount of money at the moment, well, for a very long time now, in eBay and so on and so forth, second-hand stuff. There's been several editions of this setting. None of them had a huge success, but they've done fairly well, which is very good, except it's been found recently, a few months ago, and it's been made public now, that he published a novel in 1991 that is not just anti-Semitic, is pro-Nazi. And he was the editor and one of the board of directors of an American association that proactively denies the Holocaust happened. Now, I think any person with a sane mind will understand that that is beyond problematic. As in, yeah, horribly problematic. Because you can be many things, but Nazi? Ow, no. There's no place for you here. There's no place for you anywhere. Nazis have to go because they, no. I don't even need to explain why Nazis have to bloody go away forever. Now, there is an issue here, and is that, funnily enough, the work of Professor Barker has been used and interpreted for decades as ahead of its time, inclusive, progressive, transgressive even. And I cannot count, because I would completely lose count of how many people I know who love this setting or have loved until now, and they are the most tolerant and pro-inclusivity people I have ever met. So there is something about the work of Professor Barker that has inspired compassion, empathy, inclusivity, and a lot of that, it's gone down the drain completely. And because we must not ignore the fact that he was a piece of shit. Sorry guys, that's it. He was a piece of shit. Now, I am not advocating at all for separating the art of the artist, because the artists create the arts and it's always influenced by the artist. Always. I recorded a podcast not long ago about this very topic. So I am not going to say that we must, keep enjoying it. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one because I also know a lot of people who, because of this man's work, they've had what it took to actually become better people, become more inclusive, and do great work. And that hurts. That hurts them a lot more than it hurts me, because they have invested emotionally, they have invested so much in that setting, in that world, that is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. So that is something that needs to be re-examined. So my point would be, I think we need to re-examine this man's work, because, as my friend Polly Kid mentioned in her video, we need to take a look and see how much of Professor Barker's real beliefs seeped into his creation, which we have perhaps overlooked, just haven't looked at it under that lens for so many years. Do I think his work should be, relegated to the ostracism? No. For one reason alone, the same thing that I don't think Lovecraft's work should be relegated and ostracized. You know what I would love to see is for people to start creating amazing pieces of work based on this piece of shit. I would love to think that Barker is somewhere where he's foaming at the mouth at the thought that somebody is being inclusive and is being a good man with his work. I would love to see that shit happening. Would love that. But I can understand if people want to separate themselves from the work as well. I would totally get it. Totally get it. And I think people are entitled to do that. Just as you would be entitled to keep reading it, and people are entitled to stop it. And I think we must respect people's emotional investment. And if some people feel shitty about it, that's fine. That's fine. There's no reason not to. I think it's important. And if people want to stop reading, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's, however, re-examine Professor Barker's work. Let's offer the Tekumel Foundation, which is still active and is full of, at least I know, one amazing person who is in there, Victor, who I love very much. And let's just see what can be salvaged from it. And in the process, fuck Barker. Fuck him. His views, Nazis, and anyone who shares them. Fuck them all.